Hi, good morning and good evening based on your locality. Right. So myself Nagarjuna Varlakonda. So I have total 11 plus of years IT experience. I'm generally delivering the trainings on the automation tools like PowerShell, Python, and cloud environments, DevOps related one. And this course is completely for the Terraform to manage two clouds. Really, the problem is where we are getting the problem to work with Terraform. Generally, not only these one, generally, the lack of basics only. That is 100% genuine word. Lack of basics only, we are unable to write any configuration or any technology. We cannot learn. Not only Terraform point, you can take any technology. We need to understand end user requirement first of all. Directly, if I start from intermediate to advanced level, that is really not useful. So my intention is I will provide any type of training. I mean, in whatever in my zone, providing as a training like Python, PowerShell, DevOps, Azure Cloud, and one of the part of Terraform here. Yes, it's a 30 days duration training, 30 working days. It's a weekdays batch, not weekend. Only weekdays only there. It's the timings are fixed 6 to 7 a.m. IST. 30 days, excluding Saturday and Sunday, not including. See, weekdays means Monday to Friday only. Sir, what is this technology or tool? It's simple. Whatever you are creating the resources on the clouds. Example, if you take this is a UI of AWS user interface. This is a UI of the Azure cloud or GCP, whatever the technology. I am not talking about one particularly one technology. So if you want to perform any action, definitely you should select that option, then you need to create it. User interface is required. GUI approach is required. First, who are eligible to learn this one? Who are eligible to learn this one? Very, very important. So I cannot say nothing is prerequisites. No, that is wrong. Yes. So one second. So you should be good at least one cloud. Basic idea on the cloud. Any one of the cloud. Basic idea on either AWS or Azure. Without these two, you don't join inside of this course. Really. So I'm not telling to you if you join here you will get the cloud knowledge. No, not at all. Wrong. Already if you have a basic idea what is the VPC, VNet, VM. If you have the basic idea, already you have a basic idea, not expert level, not an intermediate level. Why? Because if you have a basic idea, again I will teach you in the graphical user interface in front of you. I will explain here. Again I will explain. Then I will do the automation for that infrastructure. So what I am telling to you, you have a basic idea on one of the cloud. For example, what is the Azure portal? What is the AWS portal? What is EC2? If you don't know, really it is a very complicated. Not complicated. I will not suggest you to join inside of this course. No, skip this one. If you're already having any basic idea, either any one of them, yes, you can happily join here. So here mainly, apart from the Azure or AWS or GCP, no. First, so the basics we need to learn from scratch to advanced. The basics only. I'm telling to you, the basics only you need to learn scratch to advanced. The fundamentals, even instead of basics, the fundamentals we need to learn from the end to end. Once if you know these one, no things will stop you guys. That is a rule one I am following on any type of technology. I am following only this rule. Once we give a standard foundation, any complicated application or configuration, we can create it. So before that, what is the use of this technology? Simple. For example, if you want to work with AWS, I am asking you, create for my Testing environment purpose, 4 VMs create it. Testing environment purpose, create 4 VMs. Every day, this is your activity, or maybe again in different region 1, region 2, region 3. In this way, you need to create every day. So definitely, you will go to this UI and you will select EC2, then you will create the VMs, right? But here, already we have a one solution before this Terraform. Definitely, I'm believing you have a basic idea on the Terraform. But before that, you can see the major clouds already AWS having their own technology to deploy infrastructure as a code. That is a cloud formation already there. Their own tool. This is what is that? With code, you can create the infrastructure. Own infrastructure deployment only. And Azure also having their own element that is a ARM template. ARM templates is there. And GCP also having their one deployment model or deployment model. Some word is there. Deployment deployment engine or deployment model is there. Deployment code. So these type of tools are already there. No need Terraform. But see, every technology having its own. If you want to deploy AWS resources by the code, you need to learn the cloud formation. And Azure Point, you need to take one or another technology. Like that, every technology contains their own IAC. IAC means IAC, infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code. But it is very complicated not to learning in this way. For every technology point, one tool, if you want to learn, is the biggest problem. That's why there is a one unique solution came. That is nothing but Hashi Corporation one, that is a Terraform. Learn only Terraform, you can implement on any technology or any provider. Any provider that will be same only. There is no change. To deploy the infrastructure, just you should be strong in the fundamentals, not like normal strong. Like a expert level strong. When we are inside of that, the cloud vendor is doesn't matter. Cloud vendor is doesn't matter. Cloud vendor or on-prem one, anything. So here our 15 days focus on, I'm dividing in the 15 days focus on a scratch to advanced fundamentals. Then rest of the 15 days, we are going to work on the two clouds. One thing, first 15 days also we will work on the clouds only, not another. But here our main intention is what we have first of all inside of the Terraform. Without knowing, if you see a new code, definitely you will get the confusion. Definitely you will get the confusion. What we have inside of that. Main advantage is deployment only. Code reusability. Mainly it will save lot of time. This is an important point. So every day, for example, I want to create 100 VMs. It will take one day. Just write a simple loop. Loop. See, this is a very different concept. Loops also in the Terraform. Looping statement. Completely automation. Generally, just see in our lemon terminology, take a folder. Folder level only it will work. Take a folder and install the everything with command only. Install the which cloud vendor, the cloud vendor you have to provide. Write everything inside of the file. File extension should be .tf. We will call these are the configuration files. Inside of the folder, any code if you are writing, the file extension should be .tf. That is a fixed extension. So your Terraform will consider that is a Terraform configuration file. There is a one standard syntax is there, but it is not a coding first of all. It is not a coding language like Python, Java. It's a very simple, straightforward declarative format we have. A declarative format we have. Very declarative format we have. Mostly the Terraform came from the Go language only. It is completely came from the Go language syntax only. Purely it is related to the Go language only. That's why it is not a programming language, first of all. And what we have inside of that means by my experience I'm telling to you, what we have in the Terraform, where we need to focus. You can count it, how many things I am writing here. The first one is providers information. Which provider you are using, provider information, which cloud vendor. And when you install this one, by default, remember, this is the interview point question. In the same directory, wherever you are working, there is a one folder will be created .terraform. Inside of that, yes, the particular plugin, Terraform after inside there is a provider, provider after which provider you are using, the provider related one. I mean, first it will register also, register with Terraform I1. Then after, which provider, and what is the version, and what is your operating system. Just a matter of one command in it, just a matter of init, that provider information, the first one. And ultimately, whatever you want to create, that is a resource is required. Core component, which is a core component in the complete Terraform configuration file. In the folder, you can write anyfare with extension as .tf. Second important one, this is the one. Third one, code reusability purpose, we have a modules are there. Sub branches. Before content overview I'm giving. And the next one, once we know this one, then state file is a powerful one. Your complete configuration, how the configuration is available, that is a state file. And next one, variable. Second important one, after resources, what is the input variables, output variables, local variables. These three components we need to understand. So local variables are immutable. Changes are not possible after the deployment. It is a hard-coded values. And then output is just generally output purpose only. Provisioners. Similar to, definitely one day Terraform also is going to reach configuration management too, like Ansible. As of now, what is the use of the Terraform? Just a creation purpose only, not a managing purpose. Anything if you want to manage, manage. Sir, I'm sorry. If you want to, anything if you want to create it, creation purpose only, that's all. Or a deletion purpose. Creation or deletion purpose. Deployment, that's why infrastructure, whatever your required infrastructure, you can deploy as a code, IAC. Here, three provisioners are there. It works like a Ansible, but not exactly equal to Ansible. There is a file provisioner is there. And then after, you can run any script after execution. And locally also you can run any script. This is a provisioners are very interesting components here. Second important one. After resources. This is the one important one. Next one, like maintaining the state file. Number 4 on the remote location. Number 4 on remote location. This we will call backends. Why? Because state file is a file which contains your deployment information by the Terraform. Very powerful one, state file is. Then after, ultimately loops. But generally, we think like there is no loop. Here also we have three loops are there. That is a count and for each and for loop. These three loops are there. To do the same activity again and again, loops will play the key role. And one conditional statement, only one conditional statement, that is only if only. You have only if conditional statement. And life cycle is the ultimate one. We can control the resource redeployment, destroying restriction, or prevent the destroy. Life cycle is common for, it's a part of resource only. It's a part of resource only. Number 2, life cycle for the deletion purpose. And then after, what are the other main components? Uh, Data source. Existing information you can get by the existing. Someone already created the resources before Terraform. That information if I want to get. And next one, import command. This is very, very important. Third important. Before Terraform anything created, that information if you want to get, import is the important one. Data source import looks like same, but working style is completely different. Workspace, one more component, workspace is a one more important one. And finally, okay, I'm writing randomly, I'm writing these are the components, graphs, how to create the graphs by using the code. These are the topics I am talking. These are the topics we have. It is not a 1 minute topic, each one. Yes. So should be good at first of all technically, then after you need to think about the cloud. And your complete configuration only contains just three commands only. Mainly I'm writing Terraform init, Terraform plan. You can take the plan into one variable or otherwise no variable at initial level. Plan and the final command is Terraform apply. That's all. These three commands is enough to create. Then after Terraform, you can destroy. That's all. These are the four major commands. Major commands we will use. But not only these four, but these are the major four stages we have. So when you create a folder, first time, everything you should take a folder only. This is a folder. Folder inside you need to initiate it. Inside of the folder only you need to create the Terraform files, TF files. Once if you take the TF files, these are the TF files only, but you should call as a configuration files. You should call as a configuration file. After writing that, provide Terraform in it. It will install. It will create a .terraform folder. Inside you have the complete provider, cloud provider .exe file information on Windows, which is important. Terraform init, or when we take the upgrade also important. This is also available on YouTube only, but how to use these upgrade and this information. Once the code is there, then you can take the plan, just like a dry run. Dry run, it will show you one plan. Generally, this plan in real time, we will catch into one variable, complete your inputs and everything it will take. And this is a one apply. When the apply is successfully run, then it will create a state file in the same folder by default, and which containing the complete your deployment information. And even meanwhile, we can use Terraform refresh. Here we can write Terraform FMT format, Terraform validate. But these four are not, this second one is optional again. One, two, three. One for initialization, third is the deployment, fourth is the destroy. One and three, four circles are there now. One and three is important for the deployment purpose. That's all. This is a complete status. But what is the use of it is the secondary case. The demo, how can you get this one? Definitely, you need to allocate lot of time to understand the states of this one. Okay? And especially data source is a separate, a different technology. And data source and module, somewhere modules, yes, module is there. You can, module is main purpose is a code reusability. Code reusability. Reusability is the main target. Maybe your code is available on Git, and how to use the same code in your file. If it is a private or public repository, in my Git, I have some code. That code, how to use in my local file. So mainly data sources in the Terraform are used to get the information about the resources which are created by manually or portal way, any one of them, whatever you created previously. So maybe that is any cloud storage, that is doesn't matter. And another one is a data source, dynamic values allocation purpose. For example, I want to take in one region RHEL7 image or my custom image ID without manual work. Main target is automation of this area. Main target. And The first thing I will start here variables only. Why? Because only data types will change the complete idea on this technology. So your data types are very, very important. Like here, you have a string, number, yes, null, any is there. These are the general one. But something we have complex data types are there. List or set or tuple is one, and map or object. So this object is the ultimate one. No, I mean not the easiest concept. Map and object. Once we know these data types, we can store any type of values. And in a one folder, you can create n number of TF files. Name is doesn't matter here. And even you can also maintain multiple configurations by using the TF file. By using the TF files, you can maintain multiple infrastructures also. We can maintain it. And multiple infrastructures point, we have a multiple state files also available. Let me give one example instead of my words. It's my fourth batch. Terraform point, it's my fourth batch. Okay, I'm taking any one of the folder. Installation already have, so that's why I'm moving. Any name, you can give any name. Generally, we will write main, but really not required. Extension is important. In this folder, V1 folder, you can see on the desktop, somewhere we have a V1 folder. I created in front of you main file. See, example, I am talking here. My provider is, example, AWS or Azure. AWS or Azure. Profile name, I am maintaining as root. Region equals to, but it's very easy, key and value approach only. Key and value approach only. For example, my AWS. In one file, I'm going to use two cloud vendors. This is a different way you can expect from this training. Future. Just wait. We don't know this concept. Just remember, listen. Now, example, I want to create a VPC or resource group in Azure. Resource, Azure underscore. A very simple one I'm explaining, which is very easy. Yes, every component is here very, very easy. And end of the day, one thing I'm added to comparing with the previous one to now, this Terraform, we are going to link with Kubernetes, Docker Kubernetes point, like how to upgrade the existing cluster in the Kubernetes. And same configuration, how to use in the Ansible. These two tools newly added with the previous content to this content. So by using the Terraform, how to deploy the resources on the servers by using the Ansible and Terraform code. Here, already you have some cluster setup is there in the Kubernetes. How to upgrade by using the Terraform code. These two new things we added. Almost it will require 5 hours content. 1 second. I will complete this code. Resource group. Not there. Azure. Wait, it is loading. Nothing to do. Here, what we will call Visual Studio Code perform lot of actions for you. Name equals to test origin. Location equals to East US. Why I am getting an error? Just wait. Location, yes. And wait, it is loading. Provider. So this is a one. Wonderful thing. In one program, I'm writing two clouds. You can observe this one. In one program only, I'm writing two things. AWS VPC, for example. In this scenario, what is that? Cider or somewhat is required. But everything with the documentation only we will move. There is nothing to uh, by heart. By heart concept is not available. Not required also. Not required also. Everything via documentation only, which are mandatory. How you know, sir, this cider is required? Huh, really? Okay, this is very simple. Regularly we are using. So if you see AWS, Terraform, VPC creation. There is a proper documentation is available, which are mandatory, which are optional. Every resource containing the data source, resource, and import. Remember these three names. So data source, if you go to the bottom level, import guarantee you have. And data source also available for every resource, data source and normal source here. Data source here available, normal source is available. These three are common. If you know the structure of the help document, working is very easy. Just believe me this one. And sir, these are which one we have in the left side. These are the arguments which are mandatory. Yes, this is optional. Even if you are not providing, also it will work. You can take this value from the user at runtime. I mean, for example, my intention is I want to take this side up. You can also take from the runtime. You for that you can create one more configuration file, any name. So variable, you can create a variable, my cider. That's all. Leave it. It will ask you at runtime. Otherwise, you can provide the default. Your user will decide at runtime only here. Where dot, what is the name? Where dot my cider or somewhat. Where dot my cider. My cider. And the cloud vendor is AWS dot line number 4. My AWS. That's all. Your code is over. Even if you want, you can write the code. As of now, there is no files you can see. As of now, there is no files you can see. One second. Oh, which directory we are? One second. I will move to the directory, copy the path. Terraform init, that's all. I'm not doing anything. First command. Now you can see the magic. It is going to create a folder. No folder, no folder. Hold on. The provider information it will is going to create. Yes. It is a hidden file, hidden folder. Just view the yes. Dot Terraform providers, your registry, HashiCorp cloud. Your AWS also going to get here. Now Azure is in a one more thing also going to get in the providers. Azure and version, what is the operating system, and this is a .exe file. And here you will get one more provider also. Shortly, AWS also going to come inside of the same script. So understanding the backend work, how this Terraform is working in the backend, that is important. Running the commands, okay, fine. But what is the internal action it is processing? Remember, one more time I'm telling that using the command by adding the command is perfect. But what is that one? Even if I'm using Terraform refresh, what is the activity it is performing? How it is taking the real-time changes in your portal to state file. See, as of now, there is no state file also. You can see the JSON format state file also not available. My AWS provider. In one configuration file, I'm using two clouds. In one configuration file, I'm using two different clouds. Any number of that one. But learning in a different style, that is a requirement. If you learn every component detailedly, you don't need to depend on any documentation. Yes, just I'm not writing. See, what is the plan? Tell me what is the plan you have? It will ask immediately one input. No, no, you've not provided one cider for me. See this one. See this one. It will ask you one input. Ah, this is a one. This is a one. These values also you can provide at command prompt also. You can provide at command prompt also. My cider equals to like 10.5 dot. Otherwise, no sir. Why I should provide it command prompt? I will give it dynamically a runtime. You can give it in this way also fine. This is also fine. This is also fine. It will work. So it is it will give to you one dry run. Dry run means what will be the actions? These two are going to create it after if you run. This is a VPC and in Azure one resource group, these two things it is going to run. Finally, you can run apply. But here also it will ask you one input. Why? Because you are not storing your changes into one variable. You are not storing your changes into one variable. You need to write my cider equals to 10.5.0.0.66. In this way, you can supply it command prompt. Otherwise, this approach we won't use. We will use something like var. storing the output inside of the variables. Just double slash. I'm provided only one hyphen only. We need to give double slash. Perfect. It is going to create one beautiful file which contains every secret of your configuration. Every secret in the sense, which one is it is deploying, the deploying information, the state file it contains. State file, as of now, state file empty. When this state file will create? After completion only. Remember, that is a something happened to your organization. You can restore from this file. After the deployment only, now 3 KB size came. But while deploying time, this won't be created. So proper steps and when it is happening, that is a way we need to learn the course, guys. Not a directly command. You can run this command, but if you run the command, what is the action it is performing? That is also very, very important one. Okay. So this is a one. No, not this one. Just wait. I think I downloaded one document. Updated content. You have a mic option after this complete demo session. Just give me some time. Yes, this is the one. This batch completely purely weekdays. There is no weekend. Morning 6 to 7, 30 days validity. And Terraform history, this command general I said in the flow. But content is like an official one. Your certification point only this content. And syntax is what is a configuration file and the declarative syntax. Yes, same. Meta arguments is the left side one. Variables and how to create the comment line. It will not support single line codes. Providers, resource block. Just I written one statement only on the screen. You can see this, observe this content, data source, resources, loops concept, count for each, and one more loop for variables, complex variable, basic variables, general function, two set, two, what is that, abstract methods, general functions only. Mostly, one word I will tell you, little bit Python idea if you have, Python, basic Python. It is not mandatory. It is very easy to learn. Apart from cloud, first one thing you should be good at cloud, definitely. Once you have the basic cloud, then only you are eligible to learn this Terraform configuration. Your resource is secondary. Sir, I want to work with for keyword. I want to work for the data migration. Should be good at this 15 session, then think about the remaining things. And I will show you my previous batch information also. How much sessions it was happened. Just wait. I will show you the previous. After every live session, you will get the daily recordings also. Okay, this is the one, Terraform. Last time it took 21 sessions, but not included these two topics. Not included these two topics with Kubernetes and with the Ansible. See, generally I'm playing one video, whatever it is, I'm not sure. But both the clouds point, previously it is only related to Azure. Azure or AWS, both I think, see, this is, see, you can see. I just wait, it is in the mute. Same point I will. In the PowerShell, there is a profile concept is there. So like from the scratch, that intention, even this is just a basic one. I will move little bit. This is a state file information is there. You can watch. After live, you will get these recordings. Whether you're attending regularly or not, definitely every day, you will get the daily recording. Yes, state file it will maintain. Why? Because if some, for example, new configuration you are performing. Due to any issue, if it is corrected or file may be corrected or due to configuration in your hand, Azure RM resource group dot my RG3. Sir, you see, I'm deleting this resource from the CS state file, which means which will not delete original in the portal. Or yes, the main intention is injecting the subject in the proper way. It is important. That is my main motto. I will follow that one. So, what is the changes happening when you are using the command? Even if you come to the command point, hardly we have 15 commands. 15 commands only we have to work with. Terraform. Only understanding the technology. Then after 15 session only, you need to think about, sir, where is my technology? Okay, I want to deploy this one. So that's why we allocated 15 days time for the to work with cloud, 15 days time for to learn this tech, what is inside of the Terraform. What is inside of the Terraform? And additionally added two things. Yes, what is that two things? One is integration with Kubernetes and integration with Ansible. These two added components previously, which are not available, which are not available. And I mean, if I give a big example, but what is the use? Really, you will, if you don't know anything, how can you get the satisfaction? Definitely, I'm saying that one in the 30 days, working days, you will get a valid, genuine content from my end. From my end, you will get a valid, genuine content. And one more thing, after, if you are interested, this is a payment process. And one more thing, like after the payment, please share the screenshot to the same number. Then I will add your number to the group. This batch mostly going to start from Thursday or upcoming Monday. Thursday or Monday. Today is 17th. So Thursday. I mean either 21st of November or 26th. Any one of these 2 days, this batch is going to start. Timings are 6 to 7 only. Timings are 6 to 7 only. Yes, this is about the demo content. If I have any queries, yes.